If you can write a letter to your addiction, what would you say?
I love you, but I hate you. Absolutely. It's been a best friend to me in a way because it's able to take that the hell that I was in when I was younger. And it used to be fun. It used to be something that I wanted to be around people. These people, I can't stand these people. These people will take everything from you. And I mean that literally, like strip you naked. And they don't have a care in the world. There's no loyalty with this drug, especially down here in Kensington. They rob, steal, cheat, lie, everything. Everything comes with the territory. There's before it was a little bit of a loyalty behind it. We stay loyal to one another and help to one another. Now there's none of that. So
What's your name, dear?
Melinda,
Nice to meet you, Melinda. How old are you?
41.
Put the mic on.
41.
Okay, 41. Where are you from originally?
Born in Allentown. One parent from here, one parent from Allentown, but born in Allentown.
All right, so how long have you been in Kensington?
This time, almost 3 years.
And what brought you down here?
Drugs,
What type of drugs?
specifically heroin and crack.
How were you introduced to those drugs?
My parents. I was young.
How young?
I was 11 when I started. My mother started shooting me with heroin.
Jeez. Why did she do that?
Because her drug dealers didn't want her no more. They wanted me.
Oh my God. How did that make you feel?
At that time, I just felt loved by my mother or appreciated by her in some form or fashion. That's all I really wanted when I was younger.
And your dad, how did he feel about this?
My dad was in his own addiction as well. So on and off throughout my whole entire life, both of my parents have been doing drugs all my life. So it just came a time and a place that I needed to leave because both my parents had me on one thing or another. So when I stopped using dope, I kicked at my dad's crack house. And my dad started smoking crack with me. I didn't like it then. So I got out around 14, left home, been on my own ever since.
Let's talk about school. During this time, you say 11 years old, when you would go to school, the teachers wouldn't notice any?
Teachers would absolutely notice. I did some time in the system, but I ran from every single program that they put me in. Again, I felt as though it was better for me to be with my parents. During that time, I didn't see nothing wrong with the drugs because I didn't know. I knew it was wrong because I didn't see everybody else doing it, but I also knew my parents did it when it was good day, bad day, in between day. So that's my norm. And like I said, I felt loved by my mother. Like I felt like I was doing her a favor by being with the guys. And at that point, I already thought that love was laying down with a guy because people in my family had me introduced to sex early.
Jeez, I'm so sorry you had such a horrible upbringing. Do you have siblings?
I have halves. My parents can't be in a room without fucking or fighting, truthfully. So, halves. 2 sisters from my mom and a sister and a brother from my dad.
Do you have children of your own?
I have 2. I have 2 girls, grown. And one thing I was able to do was break the chain of addiction with them.
How do they feel about your situation?
They don't like it, especially because I don't get a hold of my family when I'm gone. The shame, the guilt, the things that the society makes you feel, ostracized, So I don't want to involve them, even though they know that I'm doing what I'm doing. They want to know that I'm alive. So, yeah.
What's your current situation right now?
My current situation, I'm homeless, living on the streets. I date for money. And it's crazy because I have education. You talked about schooling. So before I didn't think that school was that important. I didn't have to go when I was younger. But I knew I was growing when I realized I really didn't know anything. So I went back to school. I have a certification with personal training. I have a certification. Well, I have a culinary degree. I was going to school for business with an undergrad in horticulture. What I'd really like to do is open up a cannabis restaurant down in Louisiana, New Orleans. So
That's great. What's the day out here look like for you?
constantly just getting high, over and over, back to back, not feeling the pain of, the things that I have to deal with on a daily basis. I've been raped, I've been robbed, been beat up. Actually, it's a broken eye socket,
Put them, yeah,
fractured broken eye socket, fractured cheekbone, and 3 broken ribs right now.
Jeez. And that's from the lifestyle,
The lifestyle.
horrible dates, or guys out here just
Robbing it. Yeah, guys out here.
Tell
girls
us,
out here.
tell us the risk that comes with this lifestyle.
You could die from using drugs. I'm allergic to naloxone as well. I'm allergic to Narcan, so I take my chances with doing dope. I don't shoot anymore. I haven't shot since I've been down here, but still, smoking, heroin, chasing the dragon, however you want to call it. Doing as many bags that I do during the day. I do about 20 bags a day. I take that chance, and if I was to get Narcan, I'd probably die faster than the overdose. Cocaine, it takes the pain away. I'm able to talk to you right now because of cocaine. Otherwise, my side hurts too much. Just having to dress myself up and look presentable, but in the inside, feeling the way that I do is that's a tough thing, I don't know.
What all have you lost due to your addiction?
I've lost, I said that I broke the chains with my kids, but I lost the time with them. I lost being a mom to them. I lost the relationship with my family, even though I forgive my father and my mother for what they did, and that was based on me. I wanted to forgive them. I wouldn't have a mom or a dad if I didn't. But I still don't have that closeness like I want to. Healthy relationships in general, that's one of the reasons why I'm down here, is because of bad relationship. I'm addicted to horrible, toxic ones because that's just the norm for me. I was working at a homeless shelter. I was a drug and alcohol counselor. So it's funny how you go up and down, but as soon as you pick up, it goes right back to where you were before.
So have you had any sober time?
I did. I had 4 years and 9 months.
That's amazing. Pat yourself on the back for that. But what triggered you to relapse?
A relationship, bad relationship.
What are you gonna do different next time?
I'm kind of giving up on having a relationship. It's frustrating. I know that in one movie, you got to get a plant and an animal and then a relationship. But, man, I just wish that I wasn't attracted to me and another person. I've had healthy relationships in the past, and I got bored of them. But I don't know, I don't even know if there is going to be a next time. I hope there's going to be a next time, but I miss being sober. I do.
Right. What do you miss about sobriety?
Just the life, relaxing, watching movies, chilling at my house that I paid for, having a relationship, doing things with your partner. I'm over just the monotony of doing the same thing over and over and over and over. Like if I was down in Philly before, I'd be going to Dave & Buster's, I'd be going to Penn's Landing. And this time, I can't even escape Kensington because I'm scared that I'm going to get sick. And the drink down here and the dope it's nothing like anything that I've ever experienced. I've almost died 3 times just trying to kick off dope. So that's the one thing that's really like holding me back from getting sober again.
Yeah, dope is no joke. And what type of effect do you get?
A euphoric feeling, a numbing feeling, I'm able to do what I need to do to support myself kind of feeling. The sickness, the constant. I gotta have money. I don't get a day off.
Try to speak up a little.
I don't get a day off. The constant, just I have to
Cycle.
get well. The cycle of it it's horrible. It's
What's-
horrible feeling to get sick.
What's the longest you can go without using?
About 8 hours.
And what are your symptoms of withdrawal like?
My nose starts running, throwing up, chills, fever. But now it's come completely full cycle of it's the stomach issue. I couldn't even breathe. The times that I almost died, I couldn't breathe. Like I was just choking on my own bile. It was crazy. But that and your heart, the inconsistency of your heart rate. But now I guess the hospitals are starting to take you just to detox. So I'm looking into that.
The dating part, what are the prices these women charge out here
Oh my
for
God.
doing dates?
Some of the women be charging $10, $20, $30. Charge a little bit more than that. I charge anywhere between 40 and 60 and 100 and 160. But it's like the bottom of the barrel down here. It used to be, girls used to be dressed up, nice. Everybody used to come down here. I remember it back in the day. And it's nothing like that. People don't even want to come down here. So everything's done online anymore. So these people, they steal your phone. I'm on my 48th phone in 5 months.
Jeez.
So they steal your phone, so I can't even have a phone. It's
The guys that approach the woman to do dates, like, what are some of the, careers that these guys have? Or they just
everything.
locals?
Judge, police officer, FBI agent. I have a police officer and an FBI agent that is my clients. Everything, attorney, fast food, like delivery person, Uber driver, it doesn't matter, you know?
Jeez. And they know you have an addiction.
Yes.
Does that matter to them?
No.
And that's dangerous too, because sometimes women nod out in their car and they have their way with these women.
Yeah. I know a couple women that's happened to.
Have you had any good dating experience? Like a guy see you, you're a beautiful woman. Have you tried to clean you up, wife you or something like that?
Yes and no. I'm not out here to be a wifey. Unfortunately, doing what I do, I couldn't imagine myself being with one of these guys. Only because if they're okay with me having an addiction, they're okay with me being homeless, what type of guy really are they? You know?
Right. So do you go to hotels or do it
Hotels,
in the car?
cars, parks, it doesn't matter. Sometimes it's out in the open, sometimes it's in their own personal home, sometimes it's
Jeez.
at a hotel.
Have you had any confrontations with their
Yes.
girlfriends or wives?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that interaction like?
They just wanted to know who I was, and I let them know. They're really upset about that, but I'm being honest.
Yeah. What were you like as a kid?
I was a bad little kid. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I got picked on a lot though. I was a fat kid, so I had the ugly duckling syndrome. Yeah.
Do you have any favorite childhood memories you can think of?
I got this big toy box one time from my mom. Even though she wasn't there, it was nice to be thought of. I don't have many. I would love to open up a cannabis restaurant. I would like to be in love. I would like to be a mom. And I would like to see the world.
Do you have any hidden talents that people out here don't know about?
And like I said, I know how to cook. I love to cook. I write poetry.
Oh, yeah.
I write books. English was one of my favorite classes.
That's great. Can you say any of your poetry or nah?
Not right off.
I hear you. Okay, so we get into the end. All the stuff that you have been through in your life, what lessons have you learned from it?
To just be yourself, stay real, stay humble, and be loyal to those that are loyal to you. I would say. I know that I have worth more than what I give myself each day. Um, and I just hope that that brings me back to sobriety one day.
Have you been locked up
I've been locked up a lot
for
through my addiction, like
what are
29 times.
what are some of the charges?
Drug possession, drug paraphernalia, receiving stolen property. Um, I was a fleeing and a looter. I was an escaper. So I have those charges as well. Wanting to do drugs, I want out of constant. I'm stuck in a rut right now, and I don't want to die just
Right.
because I'm putting something in my body.
Where where do you think you will go when you die? God forbid.
I'm not sure. I don't know if I'd want to go to heaven or if I'd want to go to hell. Hell seems like it might be a little bit funner.
What are your fears in life? What are you afraid of besides dying?
Being alone. But I'm
And
kind of alone out here, so.
what are some things that go through your mind when you are by yourself?
Uh, when am I going to straighten my act up? When am I going to be better? I love myself. That's one thing that I built a relationship with myself during that clean time. So I'm able to be by myself. Even when I was sober, I like my alone time. Um, but there's so much of alone time out here. Because even when I'm with someone, I'm not me. I'm someone else.
So who are you really when you're not on the drugs?
Uh, I'm a strong woman. I'm a resilient woman. I'm a brave woman. I'm a mom. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. All those things.
Okay. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Cancer.
All right, if you had 3 wishes, what would your 3 wishes be?
Uh, to be able to accomplish my dreams, to be able to see the world. I've always wanted to see numerous places outside of the United States, but thanks to my being on parole, which I'm not now, but I've actually been out of trouble for a long time. I was stuck here, so I'd like to see that with my daughters, and to actually find someone that's compatible with me, that can improve me rather than deteriorate me.
Right. Facts. If your friends or your family see this video, what message would you like to send to them?
Um, some of you I hate you, some of you I love you. I'm alive, and I'm struggling, but I'm fighting.
If you had con- complete power over this world, what would you do with your power?
Take the pain away from children, and take the pain away from abused people and abused animals. I hate seeing if we have control over a child, or if we have control over an animal. I don't understand why we abuse things like that. They're so loving and so caring.
Got you. And there are a lot of people in this world who judge people who struggle with drug addiction. What's your message for the world?
Look up Rat City. Look at Portugal. These are places that legalized everything, and because they put money back into the addict themselves and stopped ostracizing them and stopped making them feel like they're a piece of shit, they're doing bigger and better things. 80% of the crime rate went down, 90% of the STDs went down, and they're back doing positive things. Maybe if the United States decided to treat addicts like that, we wouldn't be out here struggling. I wouldn't be away from my family. I wouldn't be away from my friends. I wouldn't be away from what I truly want to do in life. But unfortunately, that's not the world that we live in.
Got you. Well, dear, thank you so much for being courageous and sharing your story with us. Before we take flight, if people want to help you, what are some things you're in need of?
Clothes, food, shelter, a home, my home got taken away from me by some drug dealer, put me in a hospital. But I still got to pay on it, so I would really like that, and maybe a really nice rehab. That'd be nice.
That's great. How do we connect with you to give you these resources?
You can go on Melinda's Dope 69 at Gmail, and message
Spell that
me.
for us, love.
Melinda MELINDASDOPE 69 at Gmail.
Okay. AML family, drop all the positive comments you have for our sister, and keep her in your prayers and let her be able to overcome her addiction.
Thank you.
She's a beautiful lady. Hopefully, she can get up out of here one of these days and live the life that she want to live. So before we take flight, anything else you would like to add before we leave? Your last words, lovely.
If you're my daughters and you're watching, Ebony Cassidy, I love you so much.
Okay, cool.
Always remember that.
Don't be bitter, be better. We out there, y'all.
Quiet's driving me insane. Silence rattles in my brain. Yeah, I gotta get away.